Right, it's warmed up a little bit now, so I'm going to finally get this shed sign made, hopefully, today and tomorrow. This is the piece of wood I'm going to use. I've cut a scaffolding. Probably a bit long for what I want, and I was going to cut it to size first, so that's going there. And I was going to trim it up. I've changed my mind. What I'm going to do is sort out the lettering first on the printer somehow, some software, and then cut it to length then, and then chamfer it. So I've taken the router. I've taken the router out of the main base because this small DeWalt battery operated router comes with what they call a trim router for doing these smaller pieces and engraving. That'll sit in there. I have bought. I have bought an acrylic perspex sheet that gives you a bit more stability. I've seen a few people do it on YouTube. I was going to mark that out and cut it to size, screw that on, but I've changed my mind now. I'm just going to crack on with it. I'm going to use this for now. I'll do that another day if I want to get going when the sun is shining. So first things first, we want to slide this in. Right, first things first, run that down the excuse me, run that down the router, the trim router, the base, well, the motor actually, and this slides on, hopefully, like that. That then clips onto there. And there's a trim router built up. I'm not sure what font I'm going to use yet, but that's the tool I'm looking at using at the moment. 45-degree chamfer tool. Going to round out with that and see what we've got. And if the letters are wide, I might put like a flat end, such as that. Flat bottom with that. I'm not sure yet. I might just scan it up and down with that. First things first, I need to go indoors, I think. Work out my lettering and the size of the font. Once I work out my lettering and the size of the font, then I can cut it to size, mark it out, cut it to size. Then I'll chamfer the outside, route it out. I don't think it should take too long. If you saw my other video, which you probably haven't, I can't find a sanding disc for my router, my orbital sander at the moment, so I'll just do it by sanding it by hand. Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing this. Let's have a go, see how we get on. So this is our piece of scaffold board, and as I said, I'm not going to cut it down yet, but I've grabbed a piece of paper, A4 sheet, and that fits nicely landscape. So if I put a piece there, I'll just show you a piece there, and a piece there, that'll fit nicely on two sheets. I think so. We're going to try and do some lettering across two sheets, that, and that'll be pretty much my sign size of the sign. I think we'll give that a go. So I finally managed to print that out using some software and paint. Now I need to stick some carbon paper on top here, stick that on top, and engrave it out. And there's the carbon paper stuck to the scaffold board. So that's the sign stuck on top of the carbon paper on top of the wood. So the set I bought, I'll put a link on onto Amazon. The set I bought came with a little pen set and this little tool. So basically you rub on there and it transfers it to the wood. So now I'll start doing lettering. So it took a little while. With aid of the ruler, I've written over all of the lettering, pulled back the carbon paper, and we should have our wording ready to engrave. Right, I've got everything ready that I need. I found my sanding discs, router, battery operated, sign, ready. Right, I've got everything I need to get going now. I've done the sign, I've done the lettering. Nightmare doing that lettering, so once you found the right software and that, I'll put some links in the bottom of what I used. I've tried some other bits in the round, so unfortunately they have to be 6.35 shank, not 6. So I've had to go with that gutter there. I'll zoom in a minute on that. So I'm just going to go for it. So let's make a cut. God, when I'm getting there, I've done half of it. A differ cob. Little summer job this. I think the whole idea of these signs is you do it by hand, you get a bit of a rugged look instead of on a CNC. God, I love a bit of sawdust. Really there. 5 letters to go. I will chop that out. There you go, you can see that. Done. Well, I've just got to paint it, cut it to size, and then I don't think I'll chop the corners out, but that's my scarf, that's not fat. That's not too many beards, that's my scarf. I don't think I'll chop the corners out, I'm going to leave it rustic. I think, yeah. Once it's burnt in, I'll cut it to length now. Get the saw up, cut it to length. 4 holes. Yeah, good. Ta-da! Blade's a bit blunt. Done a lot of work with it lately. Screw holes in the corner. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pilot drilled. So let's whack a. I just might as well just use that rule there. Look, bump like that. Bump. 1, 2. That'll do. 3, 4. I'll pilot that. Pilot that. Get the drill out. One. Let's wait that speed up. 2. 4. clamp that to the bench. Old spoke shave, it's pretty cool this. I'm just gonna scallop it like this. Make it look a bit rough and ready. Pretty much what I've done to the shelving, a bit there, like that. Don't look it too neat. That's it. And that one. That's it. That's what we've got so far. Orbital sander. Coarse disc. Bring this crap to the back first. Fine disc. Fine disc on there now. Right, I've dived in the shed and I found myself some bit of actually furniture. Velvety smooth paint, self priming, that'll do, mate. It was like Liberty flat mat, Liberty flat mat, well, black basically. So I just got to dob it into the letters. Just giving it a good stir already. And then it's tea break time, I think, because it's got to dry. And while this is drying, I'm going to get a cup of tea. I tied my tools away. Cup of tea, chill out, warm up a bit. I've never really done this before, making it up to go along actually. But so the plan is to dop this in the letters, let it dry, get the sander over the top. I'll sand the excess away. This is the plan. Sand the excess away. So you should just be left with the letters full of the paint. And then the bit I like doing, and which will bring it into its own hopefully, we'll get the blowtorch out my plumbing kit. And I'll give it a little burn. Make it look a bit oldie-weldy. It should come into its own then. I don't want it too thick, I want it to dry today. It's a bit cold out. But I want it thick, you know, it's got to fill the letters up. But while this is drying, as I say, it gives me a chance to pack my gear away then. It's all up with bloodies. How does it get up your hand? No matter what you do, it's all up, look, everywhere now. Sand it, burn it, and I've got some, I found a bit of yacht varnish in the shed, a tiny pot of yacht varnish, which I don't know if it's any good. I've got interior yacht varnish, I don't want to use that. because I don't want it getting ruined after a couple of days. But I found some stain. What's it called? Teak oil, which I bought for some furniture. So I wonder if I could wipe that over, give it a dark colour, give the wood. I might put some teak oil in it first. And like I've got a shed full of crap ready, I'll put some teak oil in it. I'm going to burn it, put some teak on it first, give it a bit of a nice colour. And then see if I've got enough of that varnish. Go on, get in that letter, that's it. No, I didn't bother picking the letters out with a chisel in the end. More time, but I wanted to leave it a bit rustic anyway. The idea is it's hand carved and not all CNC. You don't looking too neat, tidy. It's meant to be a rustic type thing. That's good, it's drying already, so it's soaking in nice. As long as I can sand the excess off. That's that done. Looking good. That can go in the bin. That's a Harris as well. Oh. There you go, that's what we've got so far. Now let that dry. Cup of tea, tea break, let that dry, sand it, burn it, that's a good bit. And then up she goes. So I'll just tea break. I just spent the last 10 minutes sanding it up. Realised the camera wasn't running, so but what I did, I've got a coarse disc on there. I'll go with some of that. All over. Took a little while, and I'm just so pleased that I found my all sander discs, because that would have been a nightmare doing it by hand. But if you're going to do it by hand, you ain't got a sander. You have to be a bit more careful with your painting. I was a bit slapdash. Fine disc on there. And obviously if I was indoors I'd be wearing a mask. Right, let's just get, I'm just going to put this fine disc over the top of it now and around the edges. Smooth it now that. I'm well pleased with that. That's a lump of old scaffold board. Lovely, look at that. Smooth as you like. Come out right. Let's hope I spell it right. Right. Now I could stain that. I'll varnish that up now. I think that looks nice, but I think I will give it a little bit of a burn. Put a couple of bricks underneath. That just so I can get to the burn the edges a little bit. I'm probably going to do a light one on the top because I don't want to damage the paint, so I'll probably just burn the edge, a little bit of brown on top, burn the edges. Pretty much what I've done to the shelving inside. So let's get this out of the way. Right. Oh, I'm pleased with it, it's looking good. Quick cup of tea. Get the blowtorch. Alright, here we go, get your gas bottle going. brings the grain out. Just gives it that nice little touch. Someone's burning a little bit more on the edges. Gives it a bit of an oldie worldy look. So I don't want to go mad on top because I don't want to damage the paint too much. A quick scattering like that, a light one. I don't want the burning to be take it away from the lettering. I want to still be able to see the letters. Like that. So it's a quick light one like that. I think that's pretty. All over. And this side. This top edge anyway, so I don't want to go too mad. It is tempting to go mad. I went a bit mad with my shelving, but I think that'll do. There we go. There we have the finished article. I'm liking that. I think that looks good. Now I've got to decide how to coat that. I'll go in the shed and see what I've got. I think I've got some varnish or some oil or something. Let's have a check out, see what I've got in there. Right, so I've poked my nose in the shed. And I found some old waterproof yacht varnish. But I'm not sure if there's a lot in there. But I've also got some superior Danish oil, so I might give that a go. And the instructions do say it's for, I got a lint-free cloth because I did some old furniture with it the other year. Ensure the surface is clean and dry, remove any blah 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 blah. Yeah, so you brush it on. It's also for outdoors. Brings out natural grain of the timber and provides a satin gloss sheen with added UV filters to help prevent discoloration. It is suitable for interior and exterior use. So I'm going to chip a bit of this on. I think. I'll see what happens. But I'm going to turn it over first. Just do a little tiny bit on the back. I'm just going to tip that on. Brush it around. Yeah, that's alright, it's working. So I'm just going to. Oh, it smells gorgeous, this. Quite expensive stuff to be doing this with, I think. I brushed that into the grain. Yeah, it's looking good. I hope it doesn't muck the paint up on the other side, we'll have to see. But what I'm going to do, when I screw this up, I'll be putting some silicone around the top edge. I mean, this will last for years outside anyway, an old scaffold board, isn't it? So, dob that right in, that'll do. Right, let's try the top. This is the crucial bit, isn't it? So it doesn't damage this paint. That's it. Brush it all round. So you brush it on. And I've already got a lint-free cloth there. An old cloth, well, it's an old lint-free cloth I bought for the furniture I did years ago. I think that's got loads on. Oh, it's looking lovely, that. Let's get around the sides. As I say, we'll screw this up. Not today, but next week I'll put some. I think I'll put some silicone around the top edge, just to seal the sort of water getting round the back of it. grain like that. That's it, look. Do the front edge. It should be underneath, there's loads on there already. That his job's a good, I reckon. I think you get this cloth and you just dab it on, wipe it off, I think. Wipe it on like that. Get the excess out of the lettering. That's alright, I was expecting the paint to run everywhere and spoil it, but it hasn't, so dab it in there. Right, let's get this sign up. Got 4 screws. I wanted to get some brass screws or whatever, different, like a goldy colour. Goldy colour? I wanted to get a goldy colour screw, but I can't find any. So the silver ones will be right, because they'll rust out anyway. So I'll put this on the screwdriver setting. Let's get it up. The sign that is. Now, I can see the centre of the doors, and I've marked the centre line there. So up she goes. There we go. I'm well pleased. That's better. That's it. Well, it looks good, but is it too big for the shed? Does it need paint in a different colour? We'll get used to it. I'll tell you what we need now. What we need now is a nice cold beer. I'll name this pub, shed, garden bar, a different corner. Yeah, pleased with it. What do you guys think? Thanks for watching. Cheers.